In a quiet village tucked between golden fields and tall green trees lived a young boy named Arjun. He was strong, fast, and filled with a burning desire to be number one. In his mind, life was a race, and victory was the only thing that mattered. Losing was not an option. One morning, the villagers announced a running competition. Arjun's eyes lit up with excitement. This was his chance to prove that he was the fastest in the village. Two other boys were chosen to run with him. The entire village gathered around the dusty track to watch. Among them stood a traveler, an old wise man who had heard stories of Arjun's talent. He did not cheer or shout like the others. His calm eyes were filled with curiosity, not excitement. The whistle blew. The three boys sprinted forward, their feet thundering across the ground. For a brief moment, they ran side by side. But Arjun pushed harder, driven by a fierce hunger to win. Moments later, he crossed the finish line first. The crowd exploded with applause. Arjun raised his hands, basking in the glory. But the old man stood silent, neither smiling nor clapping. Arjun noticed, but brushed it aside. A second race was announced. This time, the opponents were stronger and faster. Arjun took his position with confidence. Once again, the race began, and once again, he won. Cheers rose louder than before, except from the old man, who still watched silently. Unable to hold back his curiosity, Arjun approached him. "Did you see me win again?" he asked eagerly. The old man nodded softly, but said nothing. Arjun frowned. "Let's have another race," he declared. "I want to run again."
The old man smiled gently. "Very well, but this time I will choose your competitors." He turned toward the crowd and called forward two new participants, a frail old woman leaning on a cane and a blind man who stood uncertainly, unable to see the track. Arjun's jaw dropped. "These are my opponents?" he exclaimed. "They can barely stand." The old man raised his hand, signaling the race to begin. Arjun dashed forward and crossed the finish line instantly. The elderly woman and blind man remained at the starting line, unable to move. Arjun waited for cheers, but the village was silent. People looked disappointed. Even the children stared without joy. Confused, Arjun turned to the old man. "Why isn't anyone cheering? I still won." The old man met his gaze and spoke softly. "Run again, but this time finish together." Arjun hesitated, then slowly walked back to the starting line. He stood between the blind man and the elderly woman, gently taking their hands. The whistle blew. This time, he didn't run. He walked, step by step, guiding them forward. The old woman stumbled. The blind man almost fell. But Arjun held them, supporting them the entire way. And at last, all three of them crossed the finish line together. The crowd erupted. People stood and clapped with pride. Children cheered Arjun's name. Faces were filled with admiration. For the first time, the old man smiled. Arjun looked up at him and whispered, "Why are they cheering? Me or them?" The wise man placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "Today they are cheering because you didn't finish alone. When you run only for yourself, you may win trophies, but you win nothing that lasts. When you help others finish the race, you win hearts, and that victory never fades." Arjun stood silently, his pride washed away by understanding. For the first time, he realized that victory is not only measured by who arrives first, but who you help along the way. From that day forward, Arjun changed. He still trained hard, still ran fast, but he never left anyone behind. He knew now that the journey of life is not about racing ahead, it is about walking together. We all are running races toward career, success, wealth, recognition. And in our rush to get ahead, we often forget something important: kindness, compassion, and humanity. Arjun learned what many forget. Winning alone brings applause. Helping others win brings respect, meaning, and peace. And when life reaches its finishing line, the world will not remember how quickly we finished, but how many lives we lifted along the way.